I've shown you the allotment a lot recently, so I thought I would show you the vegetables and herbs and fruit growing in the garden. Now it's early September. Give you a bit of an update. So in the garden we've got 6 of these boxes, the same size as most of the ones at the allotment. So we've got 6 of them down one side of our garden, which we had before we had the allotment. We've also got a few bits in the front garden and various things in pots. We've got our mint collection over here, so we've got some like spearmint, a couple of pots of that. We've got apple, pineapple. I think there's about 6 varieties there, different mints. So they're all doing well. I've chopped this mint back really hard last week. That's all coming back nicely. And we've got some chives down here as well. So that's all doing well. Over here we've got tomatoes. So in this bed there were 8 plants, and they've done really well. The only thing that's sort of not gone well is they were on these canes, and they've got far too strong and tall for those canes, so they've all sort of fallen over, which actually hasn't been a problem because they've grown really nicely. They've produced a lot of fruit. We're picking tomatoes off them every day, and probably 4 or 5 tomatoes a day. I mean, they're really quite big as well, but obviously it would be better if they were stood up nicely and we could get to them. Some nice ones in here. So next year I'm going to have to work on something, perhaps get some cattle fencing or a trellis or something to put up for the tomatoes. I've also got more up the other end, so I'll show you those in a minute. So there's about 8 plants in there, and then they're the biggest ones we've got. We've got a couple of courgette plants at home, just in these pots, and they really haven't done much at all, nowhere near what the ones at the allotment have done. So next year I won't bother doing these now we've got the allotment. I'll just do them down the allotment. But I did pick these yesterday, so chuck them in the fridge with the rest. Some little ones. In this bed we've got peas, so it's the second bed of peas we've had. We've also had them in some pots. And these are doing okay. It needs a good weed, as you can see. I haven't put any sticks up these as yet, and they're actually doing okay. They're climbing up this rabbit. We've got them in a rabbit run just to stop the pigeons eating them. They're doing okay. Sort of experiment, see if they work without much support. See how they do. Yeah, they're doing okay. Hopefully they'll get some peas on soon. They've got lots of nice flowers on, so hopefully they will get some peas on them before it gets too cold. The third bed along, we've got some radishes. So these are growing quite nicely. Been in a few weeks, starting to get some nice little fruit on them. So they're good. We've got some leeks at the back. So what's there? 8, 9 to 10 leeks there. So they're doing quite nicely. Hopefully they'll be ready end of the year. And we've got some beetroot in the middle. It's not done so well. Second lot I've put in this year, and it hasn't done that well. Well, there's a few that are doing a bit better. Hopefully we might get a few beetroot this year. The next 2 beds we've got brassicas in, so we've got some Brussels in here, cauliflower, and some cauliflower. So a bit of a mix. They did get quite attacked by the butterflies, but they seem to be making a comeback. I do have the rabbit run over them, but that's not really thin enough mesh, so I'm going to get some better mesh for these, and these ones have been attacked quite a lot. So we'll see if they come back. If they don't, I've got some more plants I can show you. I'll show you in a minute. And these are the Brussels that we planted start of the year or the end of last year. They're going to be ready really soon, so we've got some really nice Brussels on here. Might save these for Christmas. They're doing really well, and there's a few plants. These ones are a bit smaller. Yeah, it's good ones on this one. Yeah, I have some lovely Brussels, and that's that one at the back there. Yeah, so sort of 5 plants. There's some rogue potatoes in here as well, which I'll leave, and we can get them at some point. And over here we've also got a load more tomato plants in, just in pots. So I think we've got about 40 in all. And these obviously haven't done as well as the ones in the bed. They haven't got as much soil, and they dry out quicker. But we have had quite a lot of tomatoes off them, so it was worth doing anyway. It's worth doing it for the space. Yeah, we've got some nice tomatoes. Got some pea shoots as well in a few pots. We've eaten quite a lot of these, so you can see they're sort of been eaten, but they grow back quite well. On the table we've got lots of things that need potting or putting out. We've got loads more of this chard, so there's loads in there that I'm going to put out in the allotment or in here in the beds here, and I potted some on just to give them a bit more room, so I can replace some of the ones that die off at the allotment or fill some more beds. There's loads of those, and we've also got some Brussels, broccoli, cauliflower, and again it's been eaten quite a lot, so we'll have to see if that comes back. We'll plant some out and see if it comes back at all. In the front garden we've still got our rhubarb doing really well. We've had a couple of crops off of this, and some really nice ones now we can get off, so we'll get those off soon. And we've got this other one, but this went in spring, so I'm not using that this year. Let it grow, get a bit stronger. We'll harvest some of that next year. And then last but not least, we've got our strawberry patch, which needs a bit of weeding again. Get some of the lavender that's self-set out, and some mint over there, chocolate mint there, and different things. But there's still the odd strawberry being produced. So not lots, but we're still picking the odd one on warm days. So that's quite nice. And I'm going to give this a bit of a revamp, try and put some new plants in here for next year. I hope you enjoyed having a little look around the garden, what's growing at home, fruit and veg wise. Yeah, I'll talk to you soon.